this right here, this chart right here is for you. I'm gonna bring it closer so you can see. This chart right here talks about triggers. Are you triggered often? Have you ever been triggered? We all get triggered. When we are triggered, we get activated, we escalate. We are in a place of unpleasant emotions, discomfort, stress. When here, we often want relief. So hi, I'm Amanda Baker. I'm a licensed clinical social worker, therapist, intuitive healer, psychic witch. That's me. I teach yoga and I help people get closer to or attune to their spiritual gifts. Well, maybe spiritual is not the best word. If that resonates for you, let it be. If you're not really resonating with that word, consider, are you gifted? Do you have special abilities, talents? And I mean beyond just the, oh, I am a good worker, or I'm reliable, or I'm very organized. Those are wonderful skills too. But I mean your intuitive abilities, the things you were born with. Perhaps you're psychic, perhaps you are a medium, perhaps you are telepathic. Any of the witchy, wizard, magician, you can just create things out of thin air and you don't even know it. I help you get there. One way is through this chart. So once we are here at this point, again, this is me being authentic. That's my messy handwriting and it might be backwards on the screen, but just right here, trigger. You go up and you're activated. Your nervous system starts to go into that panic, fight, flight, freeze mode. You start to feel something that's usually uncomfortable. We often want to relieve it, so we have relieving strategies, things that we do, maybe some compulsions. If you're triggered because you're around germs and you have a fear of getting sick, like, oh no, I'm gonna get sick, so I'm going to spray, disinfect, wash my hands. Understandable. But do they become compulsory? Are they addictive? We all have addictive tendencies, and usually those addictive tendencies are to relieve something. And then when we relieve, we feel better and we're okay, and we're in this temporary contentment, and then we're triggered again. See? Short cycle. When you enhance your window of tolerance and your ability to stay up here with your feeling, you naturally then start to come down. You come down on your own, because we're designed that way. We are emotional beings, designed, capable of feeling. There are no feelings that will kill you. There are no thoughts that will kill you. It's the idea, it's the association that it's real, that it's going to happen. But have you considered that maybe your psychic gifts, your intuitive gifts are what's real? And that your fears are just, what's the one I've heard? False evidence appearing real. I took that from somebody else. I'll tag it below because it was brilliant. And I offer that to you. So how do we stay up here? Because most people want to know the answer. The answer is you. The answer is you. It is within you and your inner resources that were denied. Your intuitive ability is your way through. And gaining access to that is so important. So be with me. Be with me here. Be with me. Present. You chose to be here, and if you're still here, it's because it resonates with you. And it's for you. Because it feels a certain way. There's a curiosity, there's an interest. I'm not here to fix you, I'm not here to cure you, because I know there is nothing wrong with you. There's nothing broken, you are already healed. If you made it here, you got it this far to this video, you've likely had a tough life or tough times. Being with yourself, with the emotion. So let's say you're triggered. Maybe you were fired from a job. Maybe something you were looking for got canceled, looking forward to got canceled. Maybe someone didn't respond back to you, a friend, a family member, a significant person that you were hoping would respond back to you, and they didn't, yet or at all. That can be so triggering to our systems. Being fired, the feeling I'm not good enough, inadequacy. Those are what's associated with it, and it's likely connected to a deeper root in yourself, your foundation, that I'm not good enough, I'm not likable, I'm not lovable, I'm not worthy. And then the feeling of it, we try to avoid, we unmask, we pretend, we distract. I'm there with you. That is so human. And it might not be true. False evidence appearing real. Do you continue to use that perspective? Or is it possible to be different? Maybe you are worthy. Maybe you are lovable. Maybe you are likable. Maybe you're detached from yourself. Maybe you disconnected from these skills and abilities, your magic. So, in being here with me, now that you got a feel for the chart, and I can always show it again, I want us to go into our body. So come to an easy seat. If you have a yoga mat, beautiful, or anywhere on the floor. You could do this outside, not so much in your car. So come back later. Press pause, come back later, or watch the rest of the video, come back later. Breathe with me. Breathe. Maybe you place one hand on your chest, or over your heart, or one on your belly. Breathe. I'm going to close my eyes because that helps me get into my channel messages. Maybe we'll move. We'll see what comes up. I teach yoga very intuitively. I sense what is necessary for my body and what is necessary for the person or people that I'm working with. So in this moment, I am working with you. And it's beautiful as I breathe. I see a circle of golden light like a sun. I feel the light coming in and shining upon us, shining upon me, shining upon you. That anywhere that there has been the darkness no longer is necessary. It was there, it was necessary, and now it is dissolved. You have stepped into the light. You are embodying your own light. You do not have to shine that light on anyone. Shine it to shine. Shine it to shine on you. You are light. You do not need to give it away. You do not need to earn anything. Feel the light. And then allow the energy of the moment, the tempo of your own music to move. So I might start to move side to side. If you feel like you want to move side to side, move side to side. Let the energy, let the flow move you. I say often, let the yoga do you. You do not do the yoga, it does you. And when you believe in it, in the benefits and the ancient science and ancient wisdom of yoga and therapy combined, it works. Magically. We don't need to know how. We don't necessarily need the research experiments. Move. Feel it through your spine, grounded in your sit bones. Maybe you squeeze the muscles of your glutes and bottom, just letting yourself know you are your own foundation. Maybe you smile, and you smile on purpose. And maybe you move your hands, maybe you roll out in your wrist. There's no music playing, but I can feel it. And if you watch some of my poetry, spoken word poetry, it's lyrical. That's how my gifts show up through me. I speak them. They move like a rhythm. I hear the wrist cracking. Maybe I start to add in my head and neck. So I can roll my head one way, my right ear to my right shoulder, feeling the stretch along my neck, breathing, softening, and then back through center, left ear over to your left shoulder. Softening, breathing, noticing the stretch. Maybe opening and closing your jaw. And then taking some circles in one direction. And then the next, the other way. How may you hold the light so that it stays, so that it remains. And then maybe you start adding your ribs. And so taking some circles with your rib cage, pressing your hands down to your knees. How often are you with your body? Do you move? And go the other way. Moving through your spine. Letting the energy move through you and come out and in and around, opening up the boundless spaces that maybe you closed. And I'm gonna go forward and back. So I'm gonna contract and expand, forward, heart open, and then contract and expand. With your breath, taking some conscious breaths in and out. One more round. Beautiful. Taking your hands out by your side, reaching them up and overhead. Fingers and palms touch. Draw the hands down to the center of the chest. Connecting into your heart. What is your heart's deepest desire? I desire to define my dedication to detachment, meaning anything that no longer serves, anything that's getting in the way of you fully connecting to your magic will detach. You do not need to figure anything out. You do not need to do or solve or fix anything except. So you don't have to do anything except. You do not have to do anything. Though I encourage you just to choose you. That's not really doing, that's being. That's the difference. You do not have to do anything. You must be. Be you as you are, in the feeling, in the emotion. If you've been crying, come to your body. Cry while you move. Cry while you move. Hold the tears with yourself, for yourself. Scream. Have a tantrum. Have an adult tantrum. At the top of the mountain, you might experience the most uncomfortable feelings and sensations and dark thoughts. Your negativity, your shame, your guilt, your embarrassment, your grief, your detachment from yourself. You do not need to attach back to yourself. Connect. Bring yourself back to you. Claim it. What is your I am? I'm everything and I'm nothing. I'm a witch, I'm a magician, I'm a wizard. I co-create with something higher than my sense of self. I'm so incredibly grateful for the practices, for the transformation, for air, for the trees, for the food I eat, for this moment that I get to share with you in moving our bodies. in speaking in resonance with others, community. If you watch my other videos, you know what is important to me is connection to myself and with others, even if it's through a screen, because I feel it, it's real, I know it is real. What's not real is the doubt. What's not real is the shame and the critique and the fear. What's real is a trust in my heart, that when my heart connects with somebody and feels the resonance, that is real. And I don't need it to feel real, because my realness starts with me and my time with myself. Open your arms wide. Open your arms wide. Join me. And then hug yourself. Give yourself a hug. Hug yourself. Notice what it's like to hug you. I see a rainbow now. The circle is rainbows. That might be significant. If you see a rainbow, and at the end of the rainbow is a pot of gold. It's your gift. And your gift isn't a present from someone. Your gift is not a reward of money. Your gift is you and your talents and your skills and your abilities. What have you known since you were a kid that was natural to you? And then take aligned action towards that. I am meant to collaborate with people and offer these retreats, these workshops to community, to bring together the spiritual and the non-spiritual, the religious and the spiritual. Whoever comes together, connecting, resonating, joining, exciting, magical creations and shared self-expression through these gifts. And you can feel the energy as it moves through your body, moving through your spine, allowing the arms to go wherever. If it's uncomfortable to sit this way, maybe you sit on your heels. And maybe you move your arms that way. Maybe you contract and expand that way. Hopefully, you're doing this with me. I can't see you. Maybe nobody else can see you. Maybe you're with a friend and you're doing it together. Interlocking your fingers and pulling your elbows out, trapping in the shoulders, and then rounding. Doing this again in your spine, tucking your chin. Breathing here. Lifting up, hands come over your head, opening up in the elbows. These little subtle motions are powerful because the way that you hold your body influences how you feel. I will show you the chart one last time. What we did today, the movement, is one way for you to be in the stressed state. You were triggered or activated. You feel heightened emotions, uncomfortable, panic, fight, flight, freeze response. We tend to need to relieve this, or want to, or we have learned to relieve it, and then we repeat it. If you stay up here without doing anything, but being in that state of resonance of what am I drawn towards in this moment? Maybe I need to sleep. Maybe I just cry in the shower. Maybe I scream. It won't kill you. It won't. You made it this far. It will naturally dissipate, and then you can live longer term harmony. You might get triggered again. Natural. This takes a lot of practice, and I'm still not perfect at it. I'm probably will never be perfect. I will never be perfect at it. This is a therapeutic tool with somatic-based supports. Check out my other videos. I have a community. I'd love for you to be a part of it. It's called the Alchemized Community. The link is in the description. We meet online if you're not local to Baltimore, Maryland, where I live. We also meet in person twice a month. It's coming together, co-creating together, sharing together, learning together. Like-minded souls is for the black sheep of the world, the old souls, the ones who know that they are magic. There's a course that goes along with it. So many different modules of recorded videos and exercises, meditations, therapeutic activities, links in other people's videos, recommended books and podcasts, a plethora of information at your fingertips. Lifetime access, one-time cost. I keep adding to it, channeled messages, readings. You don't even need that though. We do need self-expression, creativity, connection in people. So check it out. Check out my other videos. Thank you. You amaze me.